is going on, SHIB Army? We have a big question today. Did Shytoshi sell a whole bunch of bone on the open market? Did he sell off all of his bone? And did he, quote unquote, wreck the price action? And number two, does it even matter? It seems a little weird that people are this invested in it. But let's check it out. First of all, we're going to check price action. Then we're going to check the bone price. And neither are doing very well right now. But, and that's a mighty big but there is some good news coming, and we'll get into that as well. First of all, price action right now, the last couple of hours, catastrophic sort of sell-off all the way down to the value area low, printing a new value area low. As you can see right now, the point of control coming in at about 71.50, wicked down into 69.67 territory before making a reversal and heading back up to this new point of control. Now, this is on the 1 hour chart. If you look at the day chart, you still sit right in range on the point of control, not doing anything on the larger time frame. Lower time frames starting to make a move to the downside. The overall market not holding up very well. Bone as well, doing the same thing. Massive sell-off over the last couple of hours. By the way, this is not specific to bone. This is the entire crypto market. Losing about $13 billion in overall value. Big sells, as you can see, coming out constantly right now. When I say big sells, anything of an ETH or more represents to me a fairly big sell. And you can see that just continues over the last few minutes. Scrolling back here, you'll find there's some much larger sells that have gone on. And of course, some big buys to try to hold the price stable. But we did not get the burns we were looking for. We did not get the 9 billion we were told by Zach Humphrey. We did not get any of the stuff that we were super excited about seeing, that we were expecting to get. We haven't really seen a decent explanation of the math yet on the number of burns, and we're still left kind of in the dark trying to figure out what that is. Now, that leads us to this came out, and this came from DEZAXE. And this says paid for with 37 ETH that belongs to the SHIB Army. First of all, this is Shytoshi's wallet up here. He received 63,296 bone from the multisig, 1.344 million from the multisig, and 487,000 from the multisig, and then 100 in ETH from this wallet right here, which I don't understand how that plays out, but let's take it a step further here. Then you can see all of the cells that have been coming through here. Now, ironically, there's no date on, as a fairly big window of information coming all the way down here to being moved to Kraken, to Tornado Cash, etc., etc., etc. And you can check this quote unquote on the blockchain if you need to. And you can see here that there's been quite a lot of bone sent to different places. So the question would then become, what is going on right here? Well, first of all, it doesn't matter. So let me be the first to say that I don't care if the developer who doesn't own the project but is working for the project gets paid. Should that person get paid a lot of money? Yeah, as a matter of fact, they should. And when there's no context of how long this has been going on, they've been tracking this for an extensive period of time since the beginning and the launch of Bone. So while we're looking at this and saying, well, he must selling it quite a lot. Well, maybe, but that's over an extended period of time. And if the guy's changing his life, more power to him. But also, let me point out right here, just so you guys can see, 63,000 bone he received. 1.3 million bone he received, 487,000 bone he received, but somehow he sold. Oh, never mind. But let me point this out. There's also SHIB here that's being sold. There's also SHIB down here, et cetera, et cetera. So, and also it should be noted that SHIB doesn't fund itself. Bone doesn't fund itself. It is entirely possible that Shytoshi is just funding projects and has to sell on the other market. That is the way that this works for people that don't understand. So now the question becomes, who is it that's doing this? Well, it's DEZAXE. That is a paw swap ambassador and a paw chain news spreader. And this DigArk, good name to be chosen rather than I don't know who these people are, but they seem to be under the impression that once you hold, you can never sell, which is just dumb, right? However, you are free to choose how you want to look at things. But if Satoshi is selling, then I would generally think that it's being used in this context to probably fund the ventures and things that are going on in the ecosystem, and for himself to make money. He's earned it. So why people are giving him grief about becoming wealthy while working on the $4.8 billion project that these Chads are over here invested in, that's silly. It's silly. So I'm going to take Shatoshi's side on this. But then I'm going to go down here. Why do I somehow believe this? From what I've witnessed, Shai loves to hype and then block anyone that calls him out. As I go down here, probably going to see a whole lot of people that are paw oriented, because I keep hearing that a lot of paw people seem to have a lot of complaints. So, but this leads us to Da Vinci. It says, just to clarify, the scam responsible for funding attacks on Shibarium goes by the name of Paw Swap. This is the reply. We refer to it as Scam Swap or Paw Shit. Not only do they actively engage in these attacks and use their community to spread false information, but their entire presence is built on deception. They managed to infiltrate SHIB Army by stealing the name from Pawzone, which is a legitimate project soon to launch on Shibarium. Stay safe and understand that we will defend our ecosystem. Not financial advice, my opinion. PawSwap is a scam or shitcoin, and Pawzone is legit. And I think most of us pretty much knew that at this point. So make what you will of it, think what you will, and make your own decision. But this is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's take a final look over here. 168,000 daily transactions on Shibarium. That's the type of volume that we need to get started every single day to really start to see more and more burns happening. And we'll get an update on that very, very soon. 28.79% network utilization. So we're getting there. There's a lot going on in the background, a lot of transactions, a lot of work being put in. So we'll talk to you again very, very soon.